face right through the net. So Duncan and Bryant, boy, what a rivalry those two have shared, and they both have the first baskets.
Yeah, Coach being defended by Kyle Anderson, so it'll be interesting to see how Anderson decides how he wants to play against a 20-year vet.
LaMarcus, his all-star run continued this past weekend as he represented the Western Conference. Of course, played the majority of his career in.
Everybody misses a little chippy. Nice defensive play by Kyle Anderson. Kobe exposed the ball with a crossover and got it picked.
There's the former Bruin, had 8 points last night. His most minutes since December 7th last night in the game against the Clippers. Rebound is taken by LaMarcus Aldridge. And here comes Tony Parker, operating on the fewest minutes played this year, but still per game. That one is stripped away from Julius Randle, who spent part of the break in the Bahamas, who was stripped away by LaMarcus Aldridge. Closed captioning tonight is being brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel.
In that play by Julius, you can see how far away from his body that he put the ball when he tried to make that move. Makes it very easy for the defender to see it and strip it.
Parker's had a nice start to the game, trying to hit his third bucket. Now Duncan rolling along.
Duncan with that margin for error free throw. It's very, very small. I mean, it's such a line drive.
Boy, just 4 for 24 from the field, though, over his last 4 games that he's played. Here's Kobe trying to attack the basket. 1-2 all the way to the hoop. Doesn't get the whistle and doesn't get the hoop.
He attacked the interior of the defense that time and was met by the 7-footer Tim Duncan.
Kobe said he wants to play the remaining 20. San Antonio 5 out of 11, just under 50. Here's the former Bruin again, Anderson, MVP of the Summer League, tipped up and in by Danny Green, who's mostly known as a three-point shooter, but he gets inside for the follow.
He got inside because Lou Williams tried to cheat over the top, trying to think that the shot was going to be taken or a pass to his man, and then his man slid to the baseline and got the tip. But that jump shot or that floater by Lou Williams, that is not easy. Look at that. He jumps and he lands probably 10 feet from where he took off. You don't teach that at all. But he's got it mastered.
By the way, we want to say get well to one of our really good friends and one of the great guys in the business in a very serious situation.
I don't even know what to say. It was such a shock to learn of his procedure, and hopefully he's recovering well, and we'll see him back here at Staples not too long in the near future.
Yeah, and everybody misses him, especially all the visiting teams who he works for. Here's Duncan underneath, blocked by Hibbert. Taken now by, that's a good pass underneath.
That was a case where, that's going to be a three-point play, but there was a case where Hibbert got the block by just having his hands up. He didn't leave the floor at all, but because he had his hands up, he was able to reject the shot, but it ends up that the Spurs get a three-point opportunity as he gets fouled by Julius Randle.
So again, making the extra pass, the Spurs, that's something obviously they are known for. They lead the NBA in point differential, second in field goal percentage, second in free throw percentage, second in three-point percentage. I think you get the point. And that's just talking about their offense, and they win games on the defensive end usually.
I mean, they may not have Kawhi Leonard tonight, who is their best player, but because of the system and the way Popovich can just plug them in.
Stat sheet quickly for you.
Let's see how long it is before maybe D'Angelo takes Patty Mills down to the low box.
4 lead changes already in the contest. We have 3.5 remaining. Brandon Bass, little stutter step on top. Clarkson's ineffective here in the quarter. Good pass. Young is open. He can't hit the 3 straight as a string, but a little bit too long. And the rebound caroms right into the hands of Aldridge. Patty Mills from Australia had that great Olympics 4 years ago.
Well, he's just he really is a pretty good player. We talk about just his ability to shoot the ball, but Patty Mills does a lot of things.
Career high minutes for Patty Mills too. Diao got the bucket a moment ago. Kind of a surprise pass by D'Angelo Russell back to Brandon Bass. Look at this mismatch.
Going around an offensive foul.
And it's going to go the other way.
Yeah, D'Angelo used his off arm and put it right around the leg of LaMarcus Aldridge so that he couldn't move. And the official has a real nice view of it. That left arm holding on to the defender. And D'Angelo, not allowed to do that.
Well, the Lakers, as they go back on defense, they got to do something about protecting the rim, protecting the paint. 16-0 right now. Points in the paint.
You sound like that's something new.
Yeah, but that kind of disparity this quickly went and got it, although it was a fortunate bounce.
The only one that could have gotten that one would have been the guy defending Parker, but because the defender jumped to block the shot, obviously Parker came down first and was able to get around it.
Hibbert, big fella trying to work on Duncan. That's not going to work out, but Kobe's going to get it. He can't score. Bryant starts tonight from the field 2 for 7. He has 4 points. Parker creates some points in the paint. Remember, it was 16-0 one time. Lakers now all of a sudden have 18 in there, so they're getting to the basket. Better high percentage shots. Of course, they were living on those three-pointers early in the game. Kyle Anderson.
Look at Kobe just daring him to shoot.
Yeah, he was sagging back in, doubling up on Aldridge, who goes to the basket around Julius Randle.
And you see why Kobe was sagging off, trying to give some defensive support to Julius on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Last 2 games of the series, L.A., LaMarcus Aldridge averaging 25 points and 10 rebounds against the Lakers. Anderson, boy, going to work as Kobe Bryant. Going to work down low on the youngster.
And when he does that double shake with the shoulders, you know, fake left, fake right, then elevate, Anderson has been biting on it quite a bit.
Bryant with 6. 8 Lakers have scored in the game. Going to get a whistle.
Foul on Julius.
That's the first Laker foul of the quarter.
Carl's cam will show you why Kobe was trying to help out on LaMarcus the previous possession as he goes right around Julius for the easy one, and then Kobe on that next possession shows the little move to Kyle Anderson and knocks down the baby jumper. That should be Laker ball. Complain, Lou.
Yeah, teams pointing both back up. Yeah, dare we say he's showing his age this year more than any other. And it's glaring.
Well, this is his 19th year.
Yeah, ton of mileage, just like Kobe. Wake Forest, 1997. He's 39 years of age.
Father Time weighs a lot. It's hard to carry him.
Bryant, that's going to be a foul on Aldridge as Kobe once again, the pump fake working down low.
And that secondary defender came over to get the block. Also got a piece of Kobe's forehead as he'll go to the free throw line when we come back.
Where were you when he won the first one? When he found the big man, showed up a legend, when he got his revenge? History is fleeting, but you'll always remember where you were on this night, right here on Time Warner Cable Sportsnet.
Be sure and listen to Max and Marcellus every weekday starting at 3 p.m. on ESPN LA 710. Max and Marcellus will lead you up to game time with all the Laker news, notes, and more.
Full court one-on-one.
I mean,
what is that?
I like full court one-on-one when you're young. I mean, Tim is young, but
you do realize, though, there's a silver lining, a very small one. He's your seatmate. You got plenty of room now on the plane. But we want him back. And Tim, get well soon. Here is Aldridge scoring on the follow.
Yeah, he missed his own shot. I mean, he missed a shot, got his own rebound, and put it right back in.
Aldridge tonight has 4 points. He's 2 for 4. Just one to spur in double figures. That's Parker with 11 there. Duncan's got the rebound. Good pass to Patty Mills. You don't want any part of Roy Hibbert.
Yeah, no, that would have been a high fly act cutting and gets that pass from Duncan. It would have probably been very interesting to see the challenge at the rim.
10 to shoot. You know, the Spurs haven't lost back-to-back games since last February 19th through 25th when they lost 4 in a row. They're trying to avoid back-to-back losses here tonight. And Kyle Anderson hits, and now they're in double figures.
And the way this lead is starting to grow, maybe they're going to, as they lead now by 11.
Number 1 in the Southwest, number 2 in the West right now. Their best record ever at the All-Star break. 8 for 10 tonight. Parker, the big pick by Duncan with 6 to shoot. Again, Duncan has some trouble with it as it comes down the lane. It's 3 or 4 times Timmy now has not made the play in the paint. With 4, with 3, they try to get it to Kobe. Long lead pass, and the clock is going to run out. Good try by Mills after the pass by Aldridge, but the Lakers will be down double digits after the first half.
Right idea by Lou Williams trying to bounce that pass, but again, the Spurs defense, they're not number 1 by mistake.
60-49 is our score. Lakers are down. Time to join Chris James Robb. Access Sportsnet Studio. It is the Jack in the Box halftime report.
That took 47 shots to Lakers 35. Now the Lakers actually shot the ball really well, 57%. That's something you'll take against what's been the league's best field goal defense for San Antonio. But Stu, when they have all those many extra possessions, that's about the only thing the coaches want to focus on, because they just can't afford to do that. We'll see if they can improve starting in this third quarter.
Oh, absolutely. If you'd have told Byron Scott before the game you're going to shoot 57% at halftime, I don't think he would have thought he'd be down by 11.
And San Antonio will still have it.
I talked about Duncan being a defender, or Carl Scam will show you what I'm talking about. Julius Randle, nice offensive rebound, but two defenders there, and Duncan just waits till he sees the ball and makes the defensive play.
Franchise leader, games, minutes, rebounds, scoring, and blocks. Tim Duncan and LaMarcus Aldridge underneath the basket.
Yeah, that play out of bounds, that's very nice. Lakers got burned on it, but that's something that the Spurs really pride themselves on.
Spurs looking to get the broom out and sweep the Lakers here tonight. Dominated them this year again.
Burned on it, but that's something that the Spurs really pride themselves on.
Spurs looking to get the broom out and sweep the Lakers here tonight. Dominated them this year again. Kyle Anderson stop and pop. Rebound Clarkson. Boy, he puts the Jets on right now, trying to streak into the front court. Aldridge way too easy with the block. Shot clock does not reset, of course, but still plenty of time to shoot. Here's Duncan and Kobe, and that's why the crowd's getting into it. The two veterans
in the first 12 minutes.
Clarkson double figures now in 24 in a row and 33 of 34. He scored 20-plus points 10 times. We'll see if he can get to that marker tonight. Aldridge with his back to the basket. Boy, trying to muscle him is Julius Randle. Kobe comes in, double teams, and takes it away.
Kobe did a real good job of giving secondary help, so much so that after he poked it free, he beat LaMarcus Aldridge to the ball.
And Kobe threw a shoe. He's keen to shoot. Still time. Out to Kobe. Measures it up. Here it goes. Three ball. Down it goes. Kobe Bryant hits his first three of the night. He's 1 for 5. He has 16 points. Lakers are down by 8.
He's the only player other than Jordan Clarkson for the Lakers to convert a three. Friendly roll for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Lakers got it down to 8, and now all of a sudden it's back to double digits. D'Angelo will come into the game. When it's dead, so will Patty Mills and a host of other Spurs are going to make a line change. Here is Randle throwing it up and missing. Then it's tipped by Hibbert. Taken now by Parker in San Antonio.
One thing you always have to remember is that anytime you get good dribble penetration, they're big. They're secondary.
Today to sign up for Lakers emails. 85-77. 4 for 4 tonight from the line. D'Angelo is now playing defense on Tony Parker. Danny Green, the North Carolinian, bounced now to LaMarcus Aldridge. He played a year at Texas. Count if it goes, it doesn't go. And 2 free throws after the foul by Bass.
Yeah, these free throws, that's a good move by LaMarcus Aldridge as Brandon Bass bid on the play. While we're waiting for LaMarcus to.
Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this?
Do what? Yeah, all right. You mean one of the crew?
Yeah,
Dean Benson? You know he had surgery on his knee, right?
There, look at him milking it for all it's worth.
And he's got his pity sticks with him and everything.
Dean goes all the way back to you and Chick.
Yes.
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 And
and I won't tell you what Chick used to call it.
Off the air you will. For sure. Dean, get better.
And Dean loves his new nickname.
Dean, get better.
Oh, he's okay.
I know.
He's tough.
I was in double figures. Thank you, Tony Parker.
That's Big's best friend.
Yep.
A guy that can create an opportunity for them to get a layup.
Boy, right in stride, too, going to the basket. 89-77. Lead is a dozen. Clarkson down the middle he goes. He confronts Aldridge. Comes up short. Good defense by LaMarcus.
Shoot.
He's going to. Oh, he's fouled with 2.2 remaining. Danny Green trying for the block.
And did you see he was shooting it with his right hand, and Danny Green was all over his right shoulder. Did get contact, but he puts that in his left hand. He still gets the contact, but he has an opportunity probably for a three-point play.
And Danny Green, 5th in the entire league in defense.
Guys, it always came to
Well, Wilt's number
Wilt
one.
was number one, but the Iceman, George Gervin.
How appropriate.
Oh my goodness.
How appropriate.
He used to shoot finger rolls from the free throw line.
Yeah, we're playing San Antonio too. The Iceman, the great San Antonio Spur. Marcus Aldridge, boy, he threw his arm out at Brandon Bass and utilized that, and he scores. And it's 93-81.
Secondary defender was a little late in support.
So San Antonio really shooting the ball well here over the last few minutes.
So that had to be so special for him to get that kind of love, not only from the fans, but especially from his peers.
Yeah, and it was great also. His entire family was there. Boy, they're here a lot. His daughters have been making it just about every single night.
This is
That
the
means
final,
everything to him.
final go-round.
Oh, it means everything.
They want to see it all.
Yep, and they certainly are. Rebound taken by Nick Young. Spurs are now 7 of their last 11. 7 Spurs in double figures, 5 with exactly 10 points. They have 23 assists. 9 individuals have them, no one more than 5. So they spread things around. That's the key to them. Foul either, and Byron can't believe it.
It did look like he may have gotten some contact that time.
Dia hold on to it. Wants to give it to somebody. They don't just go to the dribble. Work on Brandon Bass. A couple of cagey things going at each other. This is flailing around down there is Harry Nance, and the Spurs score over him.
Second chance points. That's number 23.
More and more. 95-84. So the Lakers just again, they're just hovering around this 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mark.
Yeah, you never can get over the hump, though. You know, when you look at all the individual stats, categories, points in the paint, the Lakers are losing that by 20. Second chance points, they're losing by 8. Fast break points by 10. So it's been a scenario where it's been constant.
Sportsnet. Yeah, Kobe's got 4 4-point plays, and Russell and Clarkson have the other 2.
Kobe has 4 of them this year?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't realize he had 4.
Neither did I. Underneath. Fade. Score! That's Simmons. Once again, points in the paint. They're up to what? 60 now. Lakers are at 38. Russell once again operating on the perimeter. Bounce pump once, twice, bump, shoot. Gonna be short, but Julius has given him a fresh 24.
You talk about tracking down rebounds.
15 rebounds, Kobe in deep, scoop it up and miss. And he's on the deck right now.
And the Spurs are running.
And Aldridge is gonna dunk it. So with Kobe on the deck, the Spurs came back in transition and dunked it home, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point game.
8-point game, and the Lakers take a timeout they needed as the Spurs have answered. After pulling to within 4, the Spurs have answered with back-to-back hoops, back-to-back stops, and the lead is 8. And we've only got 3 minutes and 1 second left to play. Lakers down 107-99.
Now, ball out of bounds with 3 minutes to play.
3:01 left, as you mentioned, and out of a timeout. See what the Lakers can do.
See if they got any magic in them. Here's Bryant. Kicks it to Brandon Bass. Back to Kobe. He's open. On its way. Count if it goes. And now Bryant's going to go to the free throw line as Aldridge knocked Bryant down. So that time, Kobe, the recipient of the contact.
On plays like that, I love to watch Popovich. He's such a defensive-minded guy that he knows how the system is supposed to work. As Aldridge fouls Kobe, they're going to review to see if Kobe's right foot was on the line. Since he was in the corner closest to us, we can't see that stripe.
So that's what the officiating crew is going to check, as Bryant already biting the jersey.
He's been doing that for years.
Oh yeah, he said his daughter does it now when she plays.
Yeah, it looks like that right foot maybe touched. I don't know. It's going to be close. This might not be a short review, because that angle there doesn't show me anything. That angle there doesn't show me. But they made their decision, and they decided it's 3. Wow. Shorter than I expected. I like it.
Yeah, so do I. Make a decision, stick with it.
All right,
Here we
go out on the limb. Is he going to make all three?
Yes.
Wow.
It's Kobe Bryant, 20 years, Hall of Famer, MVP. They're chanting it. Make all three. There's number one. Bam. Oh, Bryant tonight has missed a free throw. He's 2 out of 3. He's got 21 points. Now tops on the Lakers. And look at this. This is what the crowd is doing, capturing the moment. Well, we see this every city. Again, farewell tour continues. 3 cities will say goodbye to: Chicago, Milwaukee, and Memphis this upcoming week.
Every road game from here on out is, as you mentioned, a farewell.
Yeah. So
how lucky are we to be able to
every
see
night? It's great.
Yep.
And now it really feels like the end is near too.
20 years ago.
Yeah. You got 7 weeks to see him play. That's it. 26 games after tonight if he plays them all. Parker at the baseline. Who's going to pick him up? Drive and kick, and out of bounds it goes, but it was deflected by a Laker. 10 to shoot in a 5-point game.
All that does, though, is get the ball back into Tony Parker's hands. They got it out of his hands, and somebody else was going to have to do something. Now it's back in his hands.
Parker controlling. Aldridge, mid-range. Really walked with it. Instead it goes to Duncan. He's going to have to shoot. Stripped away. So with 1.5, Pop and the Spurs will have an out-of-bounds play under the basket.
And Pop is very good at setting up plays with a short clock. This is where defensively, if you don't talk to one another, you're going to get burned. It
has been a calendar year since San Antonio has lost back-to-back games. Catch, shoot, air ball, 24 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, the Lakers only have 3 turnovers in the second half, and that's led to them kind of coming back. It was an awful first half handling the ball. You know, you talked about it. Mike talked with the coaches about it. 11 total turnovers for San Antonio. And here comes Wagner high, San Antonio. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson.
Got to score on this possession. Really get them to thinking about that 3-point lead as opposed to a 5-point lead.
Julius to Kobe. 3 ball. Not going to get there. Tap by Brandon Bass, and Kobe's going to go back and get it.
He hurt his finger.
Yes, he did. Oh, this is something you do not want to see, and he is hurting right now. Boy, in a hushed silence immediately. This entire arena.
It's probably out of place, and he'll have head athletic trainer Gary Vitti put it back in place. You can see just there it went. As soon as he buckled his knees, it was a done deal.
Back in. How about that? Isn't that great?
That's why.
What a tough son of a gun,
for 20 years. I mean, this isn't the first time he's had something like that. He's had his fingers dislocated. He goes over to the trainer, athletic trainer Gary Vitti, puts it back in place. He goes back out on the floor and he plays.
Yeah, and you know what? It's like those 2 guys have done it a million times. They just went back. Gary knew what to expect. And now he and Tim are laughing about it. Kobe's like, hey, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. I remember, I won't name the player, but there was a player that missed a couple of games because he jammed his finger. I'm like, Kobe's like, seriously?
Yeah.
Unless it's hanging in there, you can tape it, can't you? Just tape it to the next one.
So Bryant obviously stays in the game. Now, lost in all of that, the Lakers did not control the ball. Spurs are going to have it. Nick is trying to figure out whether he can come in the game or not. So Kobe is going to come out. Or does Kobe have to go out for until a stoppage?
That's probably all it'll be, knowing Kobe.
Yeah.
He says, hey, my finger's back on my hand. I'm good.
Yeah, he and Byron, who, of course, he came in when Byron was saying goodbye to the NBA. 2 minutes to play. Anderson, Green, they work the perimeter. 13 to shoot under 2 minutes to go. Aldridge trying to turn. Oh, he's got Brandon Bass way up in the air, and it's going to be free throws for Aldridge. He's made both of his previous free throws tonight. In fact, the Spurs are 100%. They're 12 for 12 this evening.
That was a good foul, though, by Brandon Bass. He got faked out, but he made sure he didn't give up a 3-point play, as he really prevented Aldridge from having any chance of scoring.
As expected, Kobe comes back into the game. Aldridge, they are 13 for 13. Set the lineup for the Lakers. Kobe, Clarkson, Williams, Randall, and Brandon Bass, the 5 on the floor. You've got Anderson, Duncan, Aldridge, Mills, and Parker for San Antonio.
He's still shaking that right hand. He knows it's smarting a bit, but like we talked about, it's happened to him before. He just gave a nod to his family to bye.
Clarkson. Minute 50 left. Gotta score. Williams up.